Welcome to Nerdities. Bitches.
No topic is too absurd. Because no statement is too asinine. Because you listen to Nerdities. Because I'm using word because wrong. We are Nerdy Jersey's finest. I'm Mike.
I'm his cuz, Justin.
Again.
I'm Joe.
You guys didn't go with the cuz, huh?
No, he didn't.
Fuck you two.
Despite you, he didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm a Ronin. I don't follow any sort of code. I do my own thing.
Or a rhyme scheme.
Yeah.
Rhymestein, that's a cool band. Duhas.
I really think he can't hear us now. I'm not sure if he's fucking with us.
No, he's just fucking. He's being a cunt.
Never sure. He's a man of mystery. Let's get the sad stuff out of the way, as we like to do. We don't like to do it, but it's the best time to do it. We figure front load the sad stuff, and everything else is shiny, happy days. Chad McQueen, who was really good at playing a douchebag. It's not mince words here. He was Dutch in The Karate Kid, and for like 5 seconds in The Karate Kid 2. He doesn't have a line. He actually looks like he was pissed off to be there, if you watch that scene.
That scene was originally shot for Karate Kid 1.
Was it?
That's how it was supposed to end.
That was supposed to be the ending?
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if they pulled that back in. All right, because I always thought that they filmed it and he didn't have his hair dyed. That's why he had the hat on. But
is he body bag?
No. The guy looks like Mark Hamill was the body bag.
Yeah, he died. He died too.
Yeah. He was the one that was sick during that season of Cobra Kai, right? That went on the trip with him. Yeah, that was some deep shit.
Yeah, that was a really good episode.
And Chad McQueen wasn't in that episode because apparently he was a bit, word he used earlier was irascible. He wasn't always easy to get along with.
They said the character Dutch was in jail.
Yeah, and then having those moments like, oh, that's surprising. Very inside baseball. Also, technically, in a lot of ways, Hollywood royalty, because his dad, much like the name denotes,
Lightning McQueen.
Oh. Lightning McQueen, that's right. And his other father was Tell Mater. He had a two-father household growing up, and he came out just fine. Chad McQueen, that's right. Who's a bit before our age. He's one of those guys whose name I know, and I've seen some of his movies, but he's just not my guy. But I know he's a legend. My dad would slap me right now if I talk bad about Steve McQueen. So, for those reasons alone, Chad gets his moment of silence. And we're off. Joe said he had some story to tell. I don't know why I'm so Italian right now, but Joe, tell us a story.
Oh, what a weekend I had. So I've been having some car trouble. I decided to fix it myself. My Subaru got the... What? Yep.
First mistake.
My Subaru got what's called the death wobble. So if I go on the highway or anything like that, I hit like at least 50, my car just starts shaking. Do research, it's the control arm. I buy the control arm, I'm like, you know what? I've already got it up, I might as well do brakes too. I bought brakes, way cheaper than going to a mechanic. So Saturday, I have all the tools, I got the gun, I got the stance, I got the jack, you name it, I bought it.
Okay, now, do you legitimately know how to do this stuff, or are you taking it step by step?
I was taking it step by step.
Okay, cool. Mistake number 2. All right, cool. Want to set the parameters. The folks need to know everything about the situation.
Well, so the control arm has 3 bolts. First 2 bolts, super easy.
That's simple.
Barely
they came off like nothing. The last bolt, which is a fucking ball joint, took a good 3 hours to get out. I've taken a crowbar, prying it and beating it with a hammer, prying it, beating it with a hammer. Finally drops. Like 6 o'clock now. I started this at like 9. Put the new control arm in. I'm like, fuck it, done. I'm not doing brakes. I'll do brakes tomorrow. So next day, I go to do brakes. Put the wheels up, take the wheels off, did good. Take the caliper off. Go to take the bracket that holds the rotor off. Nothing. Take the gun out. Bolt's not budging.
It wouldn't
Not
come out with an
budging at all.
impact gun?
Yep. I had it on max setting too. Not budging. So the last time I got my brakes done, I went to Mr. Tire. And they torqued the fuck out of my bolts.
Mr. Tire, that's your name. We'll ruin your tires. We're Mr. Tire.
Even a breaker bar. Nope. So my neighbor comes over with the blowtorch.
You had to
And
cook it off.
heats the fuck out of this bolt. Finally get it off. No problem.
No, there was
There was a problem.
Oh,
You
yeah,
had
there was
used,
a problem.
you'd use
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah. You can't end that sentence with finally get it off, no problem.
Oh, no,
That's a
no,
thing
there's
to a
more.
statement.
Oh,
Finally
no.
get it off, first problem.
There's more. So, go to take the rotor off. Rotor's not budging. Beat the fuck out of it with a hammer. Finally drops off. This is one. This is the front passenger side.
Probably got warped by the heat.
So, beating the fuck out of it finally drops. Like, okay, take the new rotor out, put the rotor on, put the bracket on. I go to put the pads in. Front pad. Click, click, good. Back pad. Not going in. It's not going in. Every video I watch of the people with the Subaru Forester, their pads don't have clips. Mine have clips. I looked at my old ones. They have clips. I don't know what the deal with these clips were, but it was a pain in the ass to get it. We actually had to take a little screwdriver and jimmy it in.
What's with the clips? You got the clips. What are you doing with clips?
I didn't know what to do. I was like, So, put that back together. All good. Now I'm going to go to the other side, do the driver's side. Take the tire off. Take the caliper off. Go to the bracket. Bracket's not budging. Hit it with the flame. Take it off, blah, 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 blah. Same deal with the clips. Put the tire back on. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not doing the back brakes because it's like 5 o'clock now. I've spent all day on 2 fucking brakes. Go for a drive, make sure everything's good. No wobble.
Wondering when that would happen.
Yeah, no wobble. Everything's good. So yesterday, I'm driving to work, and I hear like it sounds like a sprinkler. All I hear is like, what the fuck is that? I'm looking around, thinking I'm like buy a sprinkler or something like that. Come down, go get to work. Don't think anything of it. Go to drive home from work. I still hear. Pull up in my driveway. Look at my tire. There's like gunk all in my wheel. Like, what the fuck is this? I'm thinking, is it brake fluid? Am I leaking brake fluid? I take the wheel off. I'm checking out anything for leaks. No leaks. Brakes were fine. Brakes are great. Like, what is going on? What is going on? Feeling around. My fingers do the in a hole in my CV boot caused by said flamethrower. The fucking torch bursted a hole in my CV boot. So now I got to replace the CV boot. So I go to the other side. I'm like, let me check that. Of course, gunk. What is there? Another hole in the CV boot. And you can't just replace the boot. I have to replace the whole joint.
Yeah, I've tried to replace one of those joints before with someone. It's not easy at home. It's like virtually impossible if you don't have the right tools for that.
That's why I bought everything. I have everything that you need. Except the lift.
Oh, Joe.
But I could get my car pretty high. Yeah, so, moral of the story, don't go to Mr. Tire.
You didn't do the one thing you should have done from the beginning. Take it to an actual professional.
It would have cost me so much money.
Yeah, but it sounds like it cost you a lot of money anyway.
Yeah.
Not as much. I'm still... Because my dad had the death wobble, and Subaru wanted to charge him $8,000.
Well, he went to the dealership.
That was his first mistake.
Yeah,
But they were,
that's the first
the
fucking
dealership probably... I mean, the mechanic probably would have charged me about $2,000.
Yeah, but how much did all the tools to do it and the parts and shit?
$900.
So, let's say, ballpark, $1,100 difference. Was the aggravation worth $1,100? So
Yes.
far, because you know there's going to be more aggravation. And look what it's cost you. That's the real kick in the ass. Because if you had taken it to a professional and they fucked up your CV joints, they would have had to replace them.
Right.
Yeah.
Or they would have said, hey, your CV joints are bad.
Well, yeah, they probably would have scumbagged you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then they risk the chance of you walking out there and being like, oh, how'd you get them off? Because they probably would have had to done the same shit and might have fucked up the same way. There would have been very similar melt marks on those things.
My neighbor, we could have done it. Well, if he aimed the flame a different way, it wouldn't have hit said boot.
Like a professional probably would have.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, I've done brakes before. I've done brakes many times. Okay, but you don't aim the flame towards rubber.
Well, why do we have the blowtorch, though?
And that's what he kept saying, oh, blowtorch. I don't want to use this blowtorch.
He's a professional welder. He just has a blowtorch.
What?
I bought this fucking thing. I'm going to use it on something or somebody.
He's not a professional welder. He just has a blowtorch, and he's like, let's use it. Is Beavis your neighbor?
No. He is a mechanic, but not.
Not licensed. He's not a real mechanic. He plays one on TV.
No.
Oh, he's like a mechanic, like a mud pilot.
That was my whole weekend. I want one more day of a weekend just to enjoy something.
To fix your car more?
Well, that would be Saturday.
You could have had the entire weekend to yourself. Like, babe, drop me off. I got to drop off the car. Come pick me up. And, might have to drop me off a couple days during the week, but it'll probably be done by Wednesday. You know what I won't have? An ass full of chafing.
Yeah. So now I went and bought flex tape, and I wrapped the boot in flex tape so I don't get gunk in it to last me till Saturday, because it's gonna pour tomorrow.
Joe.
Mm-hmm. Good old flex tape.
That could hold you for a little while, as long as there's some fluid left in them.
Yeah, as long as all the grease didn't come out, we're good.
Ish.
Ish.
Get a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, but I don't take the Parkway.
It's merely a flesh wound.
It's not a flesh wound.
My work is literally like 15 minutes away. I take Route 9 to and from work.
When that becomes a problem, though, it's going to be a pain in the ass no matter where you are. Sure, the Parkway will be a bigger pain in the ass, but yeah. Don't sleep on that like I would usually do.
Oh, no. So Saturday, I'm waking up bright and early, lifting my car, and do it all over again.
Blowtorch?
Fuck no.
All over again. Every last step, the exact same way you did it last time. That's why I learned to do it. That's why I'm going to do it again.
What if you're at the same impasse where you can't get the bolt off? Or
No, 'cause we already got
your
that
neighbor's
bolt
just
off.
sitting there fingering his belly button watching you from his garage.
Get in there nice and deep, like.
And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at I have the wheel off. He comes over, he's got a very thick accent.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of
Yes.
Let's get this
Albanian.
Romanian.
Yeah.
Oh, Joey, my friend. You are having a trouble game?
He's
I
got a very
brought something for you.
it's he's the nicest guy. He's the nicest guy. He's a great
He
neighbor.
just represents wrath. Every time he has a problem, he's like, we blowtorch.
No. He's helped me
Yes.
out.
Good.
He has helped me out many times. So
Blowtorch?
he is a good neighbor.
I swear to you, Joey, it don't matter if it's stubborn bolt or stubborn wife. Blowtorch fix.
Yeah. No, you don't need to shovel your driveway. I got you.
I get the blowtorch.
Oh, I
It's
had-
not wide.
We had a neighbor who had an actual flamethrower. So when it snowed, he'd come out with the thing strapped on his back, and he'd just be like, "It's fucking great."
That's awesome.
It was pretty
There are
fucking great.
attachments to propane cans you can do that are just flamethrowers now.
Yeah.
There
You
are.
can get them online. It's a fucking odd world.
Yeah,
You don't ever have to worry about a snowy driveway.
yeah, it's fucking great, dude.
Or
That's-
eyebrows.
That shit was not only like shoveled, but it was dry.
Finger in his belly. Think about it.
Onto a lighter personal
And to the
story.
lighter side of news.
So we picked up Zach from school yesterday, and they're like, hey, so like this is the first time he's like pooped at school. We're like, oh, okay. He is like mid potty training, so it's good times.
First time he tried to use the bathroom in school, or first time he
No.
used
So
his diaper?
he's like, no, yeah. He's shit in the toilet.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. But Zach has exceptionally smelly shits.
Good for Zach.
So
Bad for the rest of the world.
they're like, he stunk out the classroom. Or
Good
like,
for him.
Oh, man.
yeah, that happens.
Listen, bro, that's good of the football team material right there.
That happens.
Are you shit shaming my son?
Yeah, don't shit shame him. And then
I'm very proud of my son's shits.
today,
Establishing dominance.
Did you go up top? When she goes here, just think you shit. I'm squibbling like, all right, yeah.
we were like, she's like, yeah.
My boy.
We were all laughing about it. I was like, yeah. Try living with him. And then today we realized that he's got more game than his 14-year-old brother. So
Yeah. Effortlessly.
yeah. So last week we took him to school, and like I don't know if I told you guys the story, but like he has all the teachers wrapped around his little finger. He comes in the morning, they're all like, Zach, and he's like, hi, and he like grabs hands and he kisses it, like, right?
He's Lotharioing.
Yo. So today we leave.
Little Don Juan de la Nuche.
Yeah. So we're leaving today, and we're walking through the parking lot to get to the car. And you hear this little voice. She's like, bye, Zachary. And we turn around, and there's like this girl. She's in his class, but he's like the youngest. So she's like 4.5. And she's like smiling and waving to him. He's like, bye, Morgan. And she's like, Dad, can I go see Zachary? And he's like, weren't you just in class with Zachary? She's like, you want to say bye? I was like,
First girlfriend.
way to go, kid. I can't wait to tell your older brother. Making moves, older women, young women.
Good for him.
Good job, kid.
Dude, so he's taking big... So, if James is taking notes, if he listens, James, you need to take stinkier shits,
Yeah, see? Well,
grab ladies by the hand and kiss them, and just always say what's up.
Follow your little brother's lead,
Did
man.
we-
He's getting the numbers to these girls' Fisher-Price's play phones. Like, he's
yo,
fucking-
we didn't tell you... I don't think we told the story on the group how he grabbed 3 different women's asses in Disney.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He was an ass offender.
Yeah.
And he's lucky. He's at that age where you can do it.
And they all laughed, and they thought it was adorable.
Yeah.
They're like,
It's
oh,
that
he's
age you
so
grab
cute.
boobs. They're like, oh, he just wants to eat.
Yeah. He's like smacking asses in line. And they're just like, they turn around with like the stare, like, who the fuck did that? And when they were like, oh my God, we're so sorry, he's only 3. Oh, he's so adorable. And he's sitting there with like a shit-eating grin on his face. He knew what he was doing. And he picked some good ones, I ain't gonna lie.
He got good taste. He's got good taste, stinky shits,
Yep.
and his confidence is out of control.
It really is.
If I was more of a pervert, I would have grabbed some asses and blamed them on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kid's a fucking alpha.
Showing it right now.
Yeah.
Youngest kid in class. All the babes want to say bye to him when he's leaving, even the teachers. And then we wonder why, like, now we have all these teachers, like, banging students and shit in the news.
Oh, he's not going to get the Ike treatment. Please tell me he's not going to get the Ike treatment.
Yeah, back of the just rolling in town.
Jaden's some strange, bro.
Got that real good strange, you know?
I wish that the teachers were doing this. Like, it's bad, right? But I wish they were uglier. That makes sense.
I tell you what, I had this Spanish teacher in high school, and she left mid.
We all did.
Senor Lindolfi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, did I? Whew. She was gorgeous.
You threw a senor in front of any teacher's name, and she goes, "Hola." You're like, God damn it, Boner, take it easy.
Yep.
There were a couple hot ones at Southern.
I was the same Spanish class. I watched a cheerleader masturbate with a pen in class.
Sweet.
That's fun.
It was fun.
I had my freshman year English teacher. She was fucking gorgeous. It was her first year teaching. And I was one of her favorite students because, like, another thing, effortlessly did English. And then I drew a really good cover of the Romeo and Juliet playbill, so she loved me for that. I've done so many dirty things. Then she married another teacher. It's the young ones.
It usually happens.
I told the story how my ex banged a teacher right after she graduated.
From high school?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did she?
Mm-hmm. What?
Did she?
Yeah.
What teacher?
I don't know if I could say it.
Why? We didn't say who she is.
Well,
was
she was 18.
Oh,
Schneider.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think he was that attractive. I wouldn't have fucked him.
She had a thing for him. But then, I found out later she banged him right after graduation.
She had a few things.
Mm-hmm.
How old was he? 30?
He was probably like early 30s.
Early 30s.
Younger teacher, so...
Yeah.
Was he married?
I don't know. I didn't have him.
I think he was at the time.
So that's dog dirty then. If you're some single guy, girl graduates and she always liked you, she's an adult now, and game on. It's fucking weird. There's a weirdness to it, but nobody can stand in its way.
Right, yeah. It's not like...
Yeah.
It wasn't illegal, It's not like,
Yeah.
It's not a
teacher
Sting
bangs
song.
like
Yeah.
15-year-old.
As soon as it turns into a fucking Sting song, you got a problem.
Yeah. But, like, I found out about that, I'm like, okay.
He probably nutted so quick.
I don't know.
18-year-old girl, you're in your 30s.
Yeah.
That's fast. You're coming fast.
You know what, though? In his defense, she was probably like, wow, that's the longest I've ever had.
Probably.
And he's like, yeah.
Or it was one of those perfect moments where he's like, I'm in my 30s now. I finally have control, and I got an 18-year-old. I could fucking blow her mind.
No. Like, he might have eaten that pussy like a champ.
Oh, yeah, in his 30s. That's where you
Yeah.
really start getting your prime.
Yeah. That was probably enough so that, like, when he lasted a bit longer than what she was normally fucking.
I didn't drop with her.
Right. So what I'm saying is, like...
She was it was like, what the fuck was I thinking with her? Yeah, it was one of those.
How, like, you didn't fuck her, but, like...
No, I didn't fuck her in the butt. No.
No, not in the butt.
What?
I thought that's what you asked.
That's what I thought.
There was comma. You didn't fuck her, comma, but... Like, you got...
Oh, no.
You
No,
got
stanky?
I still banged her.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean to insult you by saying that you probably didn't last long.
No. Dude, I was
I did.
fucking 17, 18 years old at that time, dude. There was no. Dude, I
Respect
did
your
nothing then.
And you stick it in, you say, please don't move. Oh my God.
Yeah. There's 2 minutes of... No. Oh, shit. Baseball.
Yeah, I'd say I didn't start hitting record time until, like, 20.
I didn't do enough of it until I was in my, like, late 20s. And then I was chemically assisted. When you're high all the time, fucking, it's like batting practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can channel my energy, my sexual energy, and I could probably go for 36 hours. And, through the tantric practice, I can make an orgasm last about 4 hours. 4 hours.
Megan's dying right now.
He didn't even
I'm
wait
gonna
for her
call you
response.
Finch.
No.
No, she's sitting there just doing one of these, just in her phone, just like nodding her head, like, yup.
Yeah.
He's got that sexual energy.
Eye roll.
While we're talking sex, I fucked up my hip the other night from sex.
Did you?
Ooh.
Welcome to
Yeah.
the club.
That's an
Oh,
old man
you had a-
statement if ever there was one.
Remember
You
when
got
I
an
told
injury.
you? Remember when I told you we fucked on the bathroom floor and then I couldn't move?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, not a permanent injury, like I pulled something. I got sciatica on the right side, and I'm like, oh, great. I got fuck-related sciatica on the left now. But it's getting better.
Yeah.
2 oldest sentences I've ever said.
Yeah.
I have a hip injury from sex, and it's almost as bad as my sciatica. Holy shit, I'm an old man.
Yeah. This is why yoga has been implemented into my daily life.
I really should.
Yeah,
At least stretching, at least basic stretching.
Dude, basic stretching was okay for a while, but then it just got... Because my back just sucks from the injury from the post office. So, like...
More advanced techniques are needed.
Yeah, like I have to. Because between Zach weighing, like, almost 40 fucking pounds now, and, like, the abuse my body takes from trying to, like, chase him, pick him up, have him jump on me.
It's weird. He feels light when you first pick him up.
Yeah.
And then as you're holding him, it all sets in.
Yeah. Once he centers his gravity, you're like, oh, you're like a fucking...
Once he stops
bull.
holding on at all and
Yeah.
just lets you do the work.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Anybody else
nerd.
wants to
I
get
mean, it was-
personal? We got very personal for the last.
It was
20
good.
minutes.
It was good. We don't have a lot of news or anything, so...
Dude, I finally
so
talked
much-
about sex.
Yeah, I only have so much about my dick I could say without starting to feel like I'm bragging. After the last week, I could brag if you really wanted me to, but... Oh, Kyle's here. You missed all the sex talk.
Yeah, he did miss the sex talk.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah,
Yep.
don't worry. Still got food news.
I actually have some food reviews.
Wow.
News. All right, now let's seriously get into a show. Let's get to this stuff. Let's do some talking. Only one bit of casting, and it doesn't even have anything to do with comics or sci-fi or any video. Nothing. Shailene Woodley has been cast as Janis Joplin.
Huh.
You know, there's never been a Janis Joplin biopic.
Never?
Oh, no, there hasn't.
Weird.
But
Unless you count the one on 30 Rock, Jamie Jimpler or Janis Jump. Yeah.
Neat.
I'm intrigued by this casting
yeah, I am too.
because I don't recall ever having seen very many pictures of Janis Joplin at the very beginning of her career.
Hmm.
I only really have seen pictures of like when she was already drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, after she became super famous. So, how much she looks like Shailene Woodley is like, it's possible. That's an excellent casting.
Wait, there's so much about the persona of Janis, too. Like, she's always covered up in the pictures you've seen. Like, obviously, if you're going to have a dramatic role, you're going to have to get out of that cliche Janis look. You're going to, like you said, you're going to play her younger. You're going to play her in her mid-20s. She was part of the 27 Club, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So a very limited area, and I'm pretty sure Shailene Woodley's already like closing in on 30.
Yep.
Right. It's interesting. I would not have picked that. There are so many young actresses they could have picked. It's not like it's a bad choice, but not the first on my mind.
How is she going to do her own singing?
Another important question.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Janis
the
had
marker.
she had a voice.
A distinct voice.
She had a very distinct voice.
If you really, really, really want that Oscar, you do your own singing.
Mm-hmm. You go full Jamie Foxx on that.
That's what I was going to say. Isn't that true, Ray? All right. So that's all the casting we have. Trailers. Venom, The Last Dance. We got a third or fourth fucking trailer from it. It was mostly
Third.
reused imagery, except for they let the plot out now. And,
I mean, the plot was out.
well, half of the plot was out.
Yeah.
Something from his home planet's coming to get Venom. So we're like, oh, maybe they're going to go down that. You never know. And they confirmed it with this one. Yeah, Knull is the big bad.
Dumb.
And they're going to be thoughts had. Justin, thoughts?
Dumb. So fucking dumb.
So it's like the first movie, but there's just more CGI?
No. Imagine if you dropped Dracula into a Venom movie. Now imagine Dracula is really eternal. Like, he's billions of years old, and he's basically a god. And now have Venom fight him.
Yeah. Except, you know, when this character was introduced in the comics, it took, I don't know, the entirety of the Marvel universe to stop him.
Yeah. Which is why... Kyle?
Well, I thought where Justin was going to go with it, because I was going to say the exact same thing. I thought the direction Justin was going to go was that this character is introduced so far into Venom's history that why are they thrusting him into only the third Venom movie? But I was going to go in the same direction Justin's going. This is a character that should have been a universal character, not a one-off movie character. There's not enough. I have barely even read anything with him in it, and I already know that there is not enough to properly cover that story in one movie.
Yeah, this is a Thanos level threat, and it took 22 movies, right?
Rumor mills a churning that it's all a setup for Spider-Man 4. Mm-hmm. That Hardy's going to end up in the MCU proper, and Knull's coming with him. This is all going to be setting up Secret Wars. This is their part. This is Sony's way to connect to Secret Wars.
If they do that, and Knull's a big bad for the entire MCU, I'm fine with that.
Which could be tricky if one of the other rumors that dropped this week is true. The Council of Reeds might be a part of Secret Wars, or Doomsday.
I read something about that too, about them bringing the Council of Reeds into the MCU.
And a rumor on top of that being that Miles Teller will actually be the Maker.
Ooh.
I love that.
Ooh, that's good.
I mean, talk about that's downright Shakespearean. Yeah. The one version of Fantastic Four that everyone spurns could be redeemed. It's taken from the Ultimate Run, so to turn him into the ultimate version of Reed Richards from the comics, I mean, that's kind of kismet.
Yeah, I fucking like that a lot, dude.
I really like it. I mean, Teller didn't do anything wrong.
No.
He just read what was on the paper.
Yeah, it was just a shit movie.
Yeah. Think about it. We can get Ewan Gruffold back. We can get Krasinski back as an alternate version.
Yeah.
Interacting with both of the other two. I mean, come on.
I think Knull being a one-off is a great idea, and I support everything that they're doing.
It's such a Sony show.
If this can just end the non-Spider-Man Spider-Verse, I'll be so happy.
It's only just begun. Don't forget what comes out shortly after this.
Morbius 2.
Oh, Craven.
Oh, man, we're craving some Craven. It's Craven time. Okay. Next up on our trailer list, Dogman.
Dogman.
Do you
know? I didn't get to watch this one.
It's it's like a kid's thing, right? It was one of those, not even young adult. It's one of those 6 to 8 year old demo.
Yes. So this was James's favorite book series growing up.
Okay, that's cool.
So that's why I made it a point to throw the trailer into the group. It takes place in the Captain Underpants universe.
I thought that art style looked familiar.
It is a comic that the two kids who created the comic of Captain Underpants do.
So it's within the world of that world.
Yeah.
It's pushing even my meta limits.
But yeah, man, he I think he read like every fucking Dogman book except for whatever's come out in the last year.
He still reads them. He still
pick them up and fuck them, yeah.
So he should be pretty interested. But I gotta say, do you know how bummed I was when I found out this wasn't live action? I was really hoping for a crossover with Night Bitch.
Dogman X Night Bitch.
New Age of Heroes.
What's Night Bitch? What does it sound familiar?
We talked about it last week or the week before. It was the
Amy Adams Goes Feral movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
For the wrestling D&D we're gonna do, as I'm creating a list of NPC wrestlers for you guys, I'm absolutely naming one of the female wrestlers Night Bitch.
Are you taking the full list of the show that we made up as the comic and turning that into NPCs?
I'm using a majority of them, and there's a few other ones that I've created in headcanon.
Is Goldback coming?
It's Ryberg.
Ryberg.
Goldback.
Ryberg and Goldback.
So, I mean, my big question is the entire group.
The Jackers?
Yeah, I couldn't think of their name. I was going to just call them the Dicks. Yeah, the Jackers.
The Jackers.
Is that whole crew in there?
I have to find all their names because I only remember Jacques Strap.
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure I could throw out every single one of them right now.
It's a 4-man stable, right?
Average Dick Johnson.
Average Dick Johnson was one of them.
Jacques Strap.
Rubberman Willie something. Was it Willie Woods? Rubberman Willie Woods?
That sounds
It was
right.
something like that. That was the black guy in the group. There was Tug Headley.
That's my contribution. I know
Tug Headley was the hardcore guy. And then there was Kitty Swallows was the manager, and then I think there was one more that was supposed to be the underling.
Oh, we got those notes somewhere.
Yeah, but I mean, I will not forget those names just because of how one after another Mike just came up with them.
Well, I mean, no surprise, the Overtaker and Abel, the siblings of Sin, are both are both going to be in the Federation.
I forgot how fucking funny putting that together was.
I forgot that they were called the siblings of Sin.
Yeah.
The Overtaker, it's such low-hanging fruit, but it makes me laugh every time.
I had two different ideas to do him as a character. One would be, like, if we keep it dark, he overtakes someone, like, possesses them. Or we do the complete opposite of what the Undertaker was, and the Overtaker comes out in a power suit, and he's like, he's a corporate takeover guy.
Here's a concept. It changes the name, but it makes sense. Everything about the Overtaker was flipping Undertaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we call him the Overgiver, and he's a hippie.
No, see, because we already have Sunny Days, who is...
Okay. But the Overgiver, it kind of, the undertaking, overgiving, it works. There's something about it.
Is Matt Storm an NPC?
Yes, Matt Storm is in there. I am taking everything we've ever done and putting them...
Wait, so this is... I didn't know that it was officially official that this was the next thing that we're doing.
Absolutely. We have to. It's
not even going to a vote.
It lends itself better for, like, we can have a core group of us who are always going to be doing it, and other people can pop in and out, and it won't fucking hurt the game.
Actually, it helps it, because that gives the story guest stars.
Right.
If you don't want to play a wrestler, you can come in as a host.
Right. You just...
And be like an NPC.
Right. You're something.
Yeah.
And since we're recording it anyway...
And when is the goal for that to start?
We'll discuss all that on Saturday. Pravdo's got to be involved in that one, whether he likes it or not, because I need him to record it.
Oh, record it?
Oh yeah, that one's going on the fucking YouTube channel.
Oh God.
Yeah, I gotta bring that camera down from upstairs.
We're gonna have to be more serious for that.
We're gonna have to be less serious. We're gonna have to be in costume.
Far less serious.
Absolutely, in costume.
Yeah, that kind of serious.
You guys can be in costume. I have too many characters to play.
So I can not censor myself.
Yeah,
wait,
you don't have to
you were censoring yourself?
Yeah.
Fucking, I can't wait.
Oh, Vin, by the way, we're talking about doing a version of D&D with wrestlers. So that's what this conversation is.
Oh.
Thank you. Way to head that off, Kyle.
All right,
Yeah.
back to trailers.
Yeah. Brothers is coming to Amazon Prime. Heard nothing about this, but it looks oh so very interesting. Got Peter Dinklage, Josh Brolin, Glenn Close playing their mother, because they're twins.
Of course.
Not identical. Marissa Tomei as Dinklage's lover, and Brendan Fraser as the cop who's running them down. Because they're thieves. It's Bad Santa meets Step Brothers.
Yeah, this looks fun.
And you probably already paid for it, so be on the lookout for that. I only have one more, so you're going to probably have to read off the last one, but I really like getting into the personal lives, kind of Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Getting little snippets of at least their business life. Because Casa Bonita Mi Amor looks like it could be a disaster to watch. Or watching a disaster happen.
It's interesting because when we worked at the seeing the restaurant side, like the business side of a restaurant, being on the inside, watching that, you're like, yep, you're going into a realm. You're used to one thing, but this is a whole different ballgame over here.
So there was an article attached to the trailer that I saw this morning before I shared it to you guys, and they're like, so how did it feel? And they talk about it back and forth and like how obsessed they were about things and like just how fucking miserable. And I go, if it wasn't for our friend who's the guy filming them, he's the one who did 6 Days to Air and other stuff with them. He's like, I kept that in mind so that I just wouldn't start crying all the time.
When when they're talking about money, and Matt Stone's just like, we probably have to do another fucking TV show. But I've read, I keep reading things about people, reservations are opening up for Casa Bonita now.
Yeah, it's open now.
I want to go.
Casa Bonita, Casa Bonita.
I had no idea it was real. I just thought that was an episode about that, they created it whole cloth. But they pretty much translated what that place is in that episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's going off of their childhood experiences with it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man.
It really does look like a Disney attraction.
Yeah. It's I remember watching YouTube videos of it before they bought it, and just to be like, oh shit, this is real. That place needed some love.
Yeah.
It was
$8 million of love.
Yeah. They didn't just buy a restaurant in a strip mall somewhere and have to change out some of the equipment. They bought a rotting structure. Mm-hmm. Everything about that place wasn't up to code. They had to gut it and start from scratch.
Where is it located?
Denver.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
They talk about, they're in the interview and they're like, I guess a few years before it shut down for good or whatever happened, or they took it over. They're like, we used to bring people out from the East Coast and wherever they were coming from, and we'd take them there, knowing how shitty it was, but just to.
Or they go there and be like, "Oh, when we were kids, this was so awesome.
Yeah.
It sucks now, but look that over there.
Yeah.
That used to be cool. That used to be a thing. You used to be allowed to go.
They used to work. Yeah.
Yeah. That guy's been here the entire time. He's been sitting in that chair the whole time.
Super Blackbird kid. Scary. Oh, that will always be one of my favorite episodes of South Park.
Super P is so gay.
Butters, there's zombies out there.
Yeah, it's coming out. It's out now in select theaters, but Max will get it. Shortly.
Is it Max or is it
Paramount?
No, is it Paramount?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's so weird how that deal is because the movie specials go to Paramount, but the seasons are going to Max.
Right. I guess whoever the highest bidder out of the two of them are.
Yeah.
wherever the deal is labeled. But
Yeah.
still has both of them, right?
Yeah. Totally gonna
Okay.
watch them.
We'll get a review eventually.
Yeah.
One more trailer. What was it? What did I miss? I only had 4 on my list. You said 5.
Salem's Lot, which happened to just drop yesterday.
Oh, that's right. I started to watch it, but I was outside, and I was like, you know what? I got to stop watching this because I can't see a fucking thing. It's so dark. I could see nothing going on. Fortunately, I know the concept of Salem's Lot well enough that, yeah, this looks like a scary version of it, as opposed to the TV show, the TV special, which wasn't even kind of vaguely scary. Is this Mike Flanagan? Did Mike Flanagan do this?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Pretty sure. Yeah, it should be scary. It should be very scary. I mean, he's pretty much the go-to guy for Stephen King stuff now.
Gary Doberman.
Okay,
What the fuck is that?
that is not.
No.
Gary Doberman.
Gary, who's Gary Doberman?
Doberman?
He wrote It,
Yeah.
the Annabelle movies, The Nun.
So check his
Blood-
prison.
Blood
So-
Monkey.
Everything he's ever done is horror-related. So, okay,
Oh, he did the 2019 Swamp Thing.
yeah, developed it, so maybe he directed a few episodes of that and wrote on it. All right, that seems like reasonable pedigree.
When the fuck did this come out? I don't remember watching this.
Salem's Lot.
Yeah.
Check it out, won't you? I don't even remember when that's coming out. That thing's been in like development hell forever.
It's out. They just dropped it.
October 3rd.
What? Salem's Lot's out?
October 3rd.
It popped up on my Max last night.
Yeah, it's that's what the IMDb says. New film, October 3rd, Max. Yeah.
Sure, you sure it wasn't just like the hey coming soon thing?
I mean, it wasn't in the coming soon.
No, but okay. I'm looking at Max right now. It's just the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. That would be weird. That'd be really weird. I didn't know if that was theatrical either, or like every other damn thing coming directly to streaming. Okay, I got a couple of reviews. Who wants to go first? 'Cause I know there's other reviews out there.
You can go first.
Go ahead, Vin.
I saw Fall Guy.
So,
But I mentioned that last week.
Emily Blunt, Ryan Gosling flirting.
Yeah,
movie?
yeah. No, we just watched the first episode of From before we started this. You guys ever hear of it? Have you seen this? Have you heard this?
I've seen the logo pop up on. What's it on? What's
It's on Amazon. Apparently, the first season is leaving in the next 14 days. So I got to cruise that one. But it seems scary. They're in a town they can't escape, and there's like something happens at night, and you don't really know why. They have rune stones or something or other that they protect their houses with. Michael says that it's good, so he's like, "You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it." Not the acting's not great. There's one family like you could just tell they just like. I don't know what the casting process was, but it looks like they just kind of close their eyes and they go, you, you're a family now. Get in the truck. The continuity's like, What else? I showed Megan Dust Till Dawn. She's never seen it.
Good fucking movie.
Yeah.
And like the vampires started coming out, she's like, wait, what the heck is happening?
But let's everybody take ourselves back to when that came out. They ruined the vampire thing in the commercials, right? In the trailers, like it wasn't a surprise.
No, it was like the second or third trailer.
Yeah, they definitely
did it.
saw Salma Hayek fanged up.
Yeah.
Because everyone was like, "Oh, it was so mind blowing! It was so crazy when that happened." And then we was like, they advertised it as a vampire movie, from what I remember. Maybe early on it was very coy,
I mean,
But I can't imagine.
it does play as a completely different movie in the beginning.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine someone who comes into it completely cold like she did.
Like,
all right, cool. It's like, oh, Tarantino, that guy. Ooh, George Clooney, cool. And why did he kill that lady?
when we show
Didn't
it
do
to
anything.
James,
Mm.
he's going to either roll with it or he's absolutely going to hate it because he does. It's one or the other with him with movies like this.
I think he'd like that. It's not campy. It's kind of brutal.
Whatever the best line when they cross the border, and he goes to the Asian kid. We did it, you piece of fucking shit. We did it. Classic. Yeah.
Maybe a son of a bitch, but I'm not a fucking son of a bitch.
Yeah. What's his best movie? I'll hitch myself to that wagon. He's not made a better movie than that. Maybe Men in Syracuse. But name me a better Clooney movie, and I'll show you Dusk Till Dawn.
I'm really racking my brain here.
Better Clooney movie? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Other than Batman and Robin, obviously we don't mention Batman and Robin.
The Ocean.
You're saying not an ensemble movie, right?
Well, I mean, ensemble movies don't really count.
So,
If you're going with the Ocean's 11, that movie stinks. That movie's the most overrated thing I've ever seen.
you.
Up in the Air wasn't a bad movie. I don't think it was a great movie, but it wasn't a bad movie.
One Fine Day is a good one.
That's a good one.
All right, let's move on.
What was the movie where he played a widower and they were in like Hawaii?
Batman and Robin.
The Descendants, not the relatives. It might have been the Descendants.
What about Michael Clayton? My guess is Michael Clayton's a good movie. He's like a lawyer that's like getting hunted or some shit. Took
Like
the
a
wrong
Rainmaker.
case. Michael Clayton.
Yeah, he's like the Rainmaker.
So now I have to fucking imdib.
The Descendants. Yeah,
There was The Descendants?
yeah. Where his wife cheated on him, she died in the beginning, and he's dealing with the fact with his kids too.
Tomorrowland?
I think you're thinking of Shutter Island.
Tomorrowland's a great fucking George Clooney movie.
I do like Tomorrowland.
Never saw that.
Here's the thing, though. You have to look at a list, right?
Fantastic Mr. Fox?
So fantastic, you had to Google it. Stinks.
Flash.
Because
Still Dawn.
he's been in a bunch of shit.
He's been in a bunch of shit, which is why I'm saying.
No,
Dusk Till
I
Dawn
don't
is
mean
his
as in,
movie.
like, shitty things. I mean, he's been in a bunch of things.
Listen. You can try to chalk it up however you want. You said it's shit.
Intolerable cruelty.
Yeah.
That was
Intolerable. Intolerable.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Beauty.
That's a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
Oh,
movie.
brother.
Perfect Storm. Come on, hit it, Tommy. Him and Marky Mark on a fucking boat trying to survive isn't a great fucking movie. Get your fucking head out of your ass.
That's kind of an overrated movie, too.
Three Kings.
Out of sight.
Yeah. I mean,
Nothing beyond there. You did all TV before that.
yeah.
Well, what a wonderful audience.
Timmy.
Well,
Let's get to the next one, Much.
yeah, who's got next tease?
All right, I'll run down some stuff. Beetlejuice the cartoon continues to be obscenely adult and dirty, and he's absolutely fucking a 12-year-old. Like Joe,
He's fucking it, like having sex with a 12-year-old?
I know we were like it was platonic. It's not.
Lydia was like 16.
No,
Yeah.
sir. No, sir. I want you to, Mike. You have access to Tubi right now, right?
But I was just watching it the other day, yeah.
Okay. The description is 12-year-old Lydia Dietz.
What?
That doesn't make any sense. She wasn't 12 in the movie.
Hey,
Definitely wasn't 12 in the
Hey.
movie.
just saying.
God damn it! I have to do this. I'm yep. Beetlejuice cartoon.
Don't say it too many times, though.
Yeah. Also on Tubi, Erie, Indiana. I forgot how much I
He just
fuck.
sent me a picture of Erie, Indiana. He's like, do you remember this show? I'm like, no, because I fucking was terrified of the goddamn opening sequence.
I love
Could that watch
that. The show's great.
Ugh. He was in Hocus Pocus, right?
Yeah, that was Max.
Beat out Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah, who did something stupid like what's eating Gilbert Grape?
Yeah, some dumb shit like that.
Stupid.
That was a bad choice. I know that.
Dude, Lydia Dietz, who is in her preteens at the start of the series, in her early teens later. Holy fuck.
Why would they do that? What's the point of making her 12?
Now apologize to me.
What
Nothing
the
to apologize
hell?
I don't want to put on my tinfoil hat, but they're attacking the kids, obviously. They're trying to sexualize their children.
Yeah. So that's dirty. Erie, Indiana, solid. We started watching Saw, the first one with James the other day.
He upped the level on him, huh?
He likes murder porn like Ashley does. He's like, I can handle this. This is no problem. And I'm like, that's fucked up, man.
He likes being choked and enjoys murder porn.
You have
Yep.
That's okay.
Yep. What color are those flags?
Whatever, dude.
Not green.
Kyle, you missed the part where I talked about how his 3-year-old brother has way more game than he does.
And massive dumps.
Yeah.
I mean, at 3, he also isn't aware.
That's why he's doing so good. He's just, you know,
Sure.
he's just chilling.
Yeah, he'll also one day hit like 9 or 10 and then be like, oh, I say to girls now.
No, he's already cooler than his brother.
Oh, at like other things.
Yeah.
Trying to look better.
I like everything.
Not everything. One episode left of the newest season of Umbrella Academy, and Vinny is wrong. However, I will say, 6 episodes is not enough to finish the story that they set out to tell in this season.
Wait, you didn't finish yet?
With 1 episode left.
Okay, don't tell me I'm wrong till you finish it.
Okay, so far your record is not good.
No, I said the first half is good, and then I said they ended it like shit, so the whole thing sucks.
I can imagine that the ending's not going to be great because of how much story they have left to tell and how little time is left to tell it.
Bro,
All right, so
I'll wait for your apology for Saturday. If you watch it before Saturday, you
We
can
will.
apologize in person.
Fair.
what's Saturday?
Shut the fuck up.
I haven't started it yet. I started The Boys last night. But I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Finn. If you had to, at this point, even with 1 episode left, if you had to rank the seasons,
Wasn't sure if there was more to that question, but I guess there doesn't need to be.
well, rank the seasons 1 to 4. There's 4 of them.
I'd go.
I think, Vinny, you went in order, right? Didn't you say, or did you say 2, 1, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4?
The Boys?
Yeah, when you ranked them. I think you said 4 was the worst, 3 was the second to worst, right?
No, I think I was about Umbrella Academy for The Boys. I don't know.
No, I am talking
He's
about
talking
Umbrella
about
Academy.
Umbrella Academy.
Oh, yeah, the Umbrella. Okay, then yeah, I would say. I would kind of go in order 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
I'm pretty sure that's what you said.
Yeah. But
I
like I said, the last season probably butchers the whole fucking thing. I
go.
wouldn't recommend it to anybody. How about
Yeah,
that?
it's so far it's in order. We'll see how they finish the series because 4 might beat out 3 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? You might be right, because 3 sucks.
I didn't think it sucked. I think it had too much time to tell a story that wasn't lengthy. Like if they flopped the storylines for last season and this season, I would have appreciated that a lot as a viewer and fan of the series. But hey, they got to do what they got to do.
Finish it.
Uh,
Finish it.
And then I finally got to sit down and watch Ready or Not the other night. And Man, I was very happy to stumble on a newer horror movie that didn't let me down.
Definitely has an ending.
What
It has
a
a
fucking fun movie.
distinct, definite ending.
Yeah.
Was that the murder hide and seek game
Yes.
with the people who are getting married?
Yes.
Samara Weaving, Andy McDowell, Adam Brody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Wait, who was the dad in that? Was that Victor Garber?
I don't. Maybe?
Might have been Victor Garber. But, yeah. That was one of the... That came out when I had A-List. That was one of the ones that I didn't regret going out to see just because I had paid for fucking 3 movies a month. It was very fun.
I kind of thought you still had that.
No, when COVID happened, they were like, all right, we're going to suspend it, and if you want to opt back in, let us know. And when everything started to loosen up, they're like, oh, you want to get A-List again? I was like, no. That literally became pressure. It became pressure for me to pick 3 movies every month. Otherwise, I felt like I was wasting something. At least 3 movies. I would try to go to a movie every week so I was getting more out of my money. And I'd be like, I'd buy tickets and be like, I'm not fucking going to this thing. I don't want to go actually leave the house today.
Was not
No.
Garber.
That's like the buffet mentality, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
You got to beat the buffet.
I never beat the buffet. That's why I always have a
Pretty much undefeated.
It's true. I've been there on many times with Kyle.
All right, everyone get their reviews out? But other than me?
I had food reviews. I don't know when you want that.
You can go now.
Okay, so we just had Emery's 5th birthday party, catered primarily by Justin. We did order pizzas, but Justin provided 2 sandwich platters and 4 different kinds of mini cookies. So I will review the mini cookies and then the sandwiches, but I will say, going into it, I do actually have leftover business cards. I thought they were all taken, but they weren't. So I'll try to remember to bring them back to you on Saturday. We did have one couple who liked the sandwiches so much that they wanted to know where we got them from and asked for a business card before I had even put out the business card for people to take.
They messaged me Sunday night.
They did?
Yes.
That's awesome. There are neighbors who we brought Christmas cookies to them last year because you did Christmas cookies for us last year. So they had your card, but they didn't realize that it was the same person. So when I gave them your card a second time, that's probably why they were like, oh, maybe we should actually call this guy. Because I don't know if they knew that you lived in town also. But anyway, so the cookies, I did not get to try any of the chocolate chip cookies, although I have had your chocolate chip cookies before and I know they're delicious. The Snickerdoodle cookies were the cookies that there were the most left over of, which is great because I have them in my pantry right now. I had 3 of them last night and 3 of them tonight right before I came on the show. Jill brought up a good point tonight. There's like a hint of a flavor in there that I don't think is like a regular Snickerdoodle flavor.
It is.
Is it like vanilla or something?
Cream of tartar.
Oh, there you go. But Jill made a good point, and I think I'm going to try this the next time we get them. Have them with tea, like a cup of tea. That'd probably be fantastic.
Get some tea.
Matt Norman was raving about the birthday cake cookies. Like, I didn't realize this because he came up to me and he goes, so I asked Jill who made the cookies because the birthday cake ones are fucking delicious. And she told me they were Justin. They're from Justin. I was like, yeah, he made the sandwiches too. He goes, no shit. And I was like, yeah.
He does that.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
One of the things, one of the many things I do for a living, Matt.
But what's it called? But so Jill told me tonight, because I was like, oh, I get all the Snickerdoodle cookies to myself. And she was like, oh, like Matt had all the birthday cake cookies to himself? And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, he ate most of them. At a party where there was like 20 children, he ate most of the birthday cake cookies.
I should be shocked by this,
But not.
but I've seen Matt Norman around a shrimp tray. I'm sorry. I just think
you know what I would
clean out.
I would.
Tray.
There's a part of me that would hate to see Matt and Keith drunk together.
Who?
There's a part of me that would really love it. There's a part of me that would kind of hate it.
There's all of me that would not want to see that.
Well, he wasn't drunk at this, which is why I'm saying he had that lack of self-control while sober.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the last one was the chocolate lava cookies, which I got to have one of, and then they were all gone, except for I think Jill snagged 2. I don't think she snagged them at the end. I think she hid them for herself.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Because she had one there, and then she, I think, brought 2 home, and I think she ate them both last night.
She did. Because she texted
But they were really fucking good.
This is the following conversation I had with your wife. She goes, serious question. Do you put crack in the chocolate lava cookies? Asking for a friend. And I sent back the crying laughing emoji and I said, no, it's semen. And she goes, that's not true because I don't like the taste of semen, so that's debunked. And I said, but it's covered in chocolate. So she goes, well, I guess that's true. But those cookies are so damn good. Said it's all about the homemade ganache that makes up the center. I'm
Maybe
like,
that's the secret. I just have to have, like, hot fudge ready for her.
that's the secret. And then I said,
Give her a homemade good night.
then I said, warm them up a little in the microwave and slap a scoop of ice cream on it. You're welcome.
She did that last night.
I know.
Did she tell you she regretted it?
No.
Not because of the cookies. She regretted it because we had ice cream cake from Lindy Hops. And she said that it tasted weird. The ice cream tasted weird.
No, you need
So
just
it didn't taste that good.
Scoop of vanilla. Just a scoop of vanilla.
Yeah, she didn't use regular ice cream. She used ice cream cake. Okay, so now on to the sandwiches.
Yes.
We had 5. A plain turkey and cheese, which was obviously for the children. I'm pretty sure those are all gone.
Hurt my heart. That hurt my heart
what?
seeing that. And I said, it's for the kids.
Yeah. The caprese sandwiches, which I did not eat because I thought I was going to give anybody who didn't eat meat the opportunity to get those first. And by the time I went up for them, I'm pretty sure all of those were gone also. The Italian is what we had the most left over of. I'm not personally a fan of Italian. Jill likes them a lot, so Jill had them that day. She said it was very good. And we had basically brought a bunch left over for her.
Can I interject for a second to fill Joe in?
Sure.
Joe,
Sure.
The caprese has the homemade pesto on it. Tomato, fresh mozz. My Italian is provolone, ham, salami, prosciutto, roasted peppers, my homemade bruschetta, and lettuce, and a homemade honey balsamic vinaigrette.
That's a Guido.
Yeah.
That's not an Italian. That's above, dude.
I made one for James because apparently he's never had an Italian sandwich, and he's eating it and he's like, "This is delicious." Also, I'm not going to be able to get an Italian sandwich like this anywhere else, am I? I said, "No."
You put bruschetta on it, so yeah, that's stepping it.
Yeah.
What about that guy on a roll?
Fuck that. It's not even a real word.
Whoa.
It's not. There's a whole video about people in Italy who's like, that's not how we pronounce it.
It's a real word. End of story.
It's made up.
Capicola.
Yeah.
Have you ever had real Italian capicola? It's fucking like plastic.
Yeah. Continue, Kyle.
I haven't stroked your ego enough yet, huh?
Yes.
Continue wrapping my balls, Kyle.
So I'm trying to go in reverse order. For both things, from the most positive reviews that I heard. So aside from the Italian, we also had a bunch of the beefs left over, and I told you I think why that was. Because a lot of sandwiches, people would go up and take like 2 of them.
Yeah.
The beef, people would would take 1 of them. I've had 5 of them because they're fantastic. Actually, probably more than that. Because I only had 1 at the party, I had one beef at the party, but it has a horseradish sauce on it.
Yes.
Which, when I was saying to you, was not that I thought there was too much sauce on it. I thought that, because horseradish is not something that, like, everybody likes.
No.
And I thought it had a little too much kick, probably, for most people.
Absolutely.
But I fucking loved it.
It was my play on a Arby's beef and cheddar. So it's rare roast beef, cheddar, horseradish sauce, lettuce, tomato, and red onion.
Oh, it was, dude, I had 2 today at lunch, 2 yesterday at lunch, 1 at the party on Saturday, and I may have also had at least another 1 on Sunday. It's that good. I've eaten it 3 or 4 days. Or no, her party was on Sunday, so so I've had 5 of them over the course of 3 days. And then, actually, that's a lie, because I had it for lunch on Sunday and dinner on Sunday, so I've had 6 of them in 3 days. The one that everyone was going crazy about was your chicken club. Your chicken club would literally, like, the couple that asked me for your business card, the husband, because the wife was like, do you have a business card for whoever this was? And the husband was like, the chicken club was amazing. I agree, and Jill agrees too.
They said that in their message. She's like, I just want you to know that chicken sandwich was one of the best chicken sandwiches I've ever eaten in my life.
Yes, so that chicken club is definitely the best sandwich you've ever made that I've eaten. Like, I could eat that sandwich probably 3 times a week for the rest of my life.
Hungry.
I don't want to say that I could eat it every day, because I don't think there's anything in the world I could eat every day. But, like, I think I could comfortably say that I could eat that sandwich 3 meals a week for the rest of my life.
Would you have to space it up? Would it need to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
No.
Front load it, or just save them all for Friday?
Well, I'm not doing what I ate 6 roast beefs in 3 days because we had them. It's not, like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to knock on Justin's door 3 days in a row and say, yo, let me get a chicken club.
But, like, if you had them set up every day.
But I think we made an error in ordering the small platter on top of the big platter.
Yes.
Because we didn't have that many leftover cookies. We had a shit ton of leftover pizza, and we had a lot of leftover beefs and Italian sandwiches. So I think, because we had, I mean, obviously Jill and I loved it, but we had enough positive feedback on everything that we think we may change some things around, but we want to do almost the same exact order for Sadie's birthday next month. And in all likelihood, we probably won't make the order smaller. We might just change which sandwiches we get. Because there's going to be more people invited to Sadie's, because it's like family too.
Yeah. Not
just friends. So if we get the order that we got this time, if we get that for Sadie's, it will probably be almost gone.
Joe, the chicken club is my seasoned grilled chicken breast. It's dry rubbed. Bacon, Colby Jack, lettuce, tomato, and mayo.
Okay,
I'm not a.
I know you're not a mayo guy.
I'm not a big tomato person. Like, I like tomato products, and I like cherry tomatoes, but like sliced tomato and chunk tomato, I'm not a big fan of. But there was so much flavor in that sandwich outside of the tomato that, like, it didn't, like, I did not even hesitate. I just went straight through the whole fucking thing.
Do you remember when what was it? It was a chicken sandwich you did with the 3-pepper Colby Jack on it.
Yo.
That was so fucking good.
I do remember that.
Oh my god, that was good. I'm really hungry.
I'm the sandwich king.
Fully reviewed, Kyle?
Yeah, that's my full review. I gotta go. I gotta run Emery upstairs real quick. She fell asleep on top of Jill.
Okay. Okay.
So, I'll start off by yesterday. I watched the Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy
Excuse
on
me.
the Disney Plus. It's adorable. 4 26-minute long episodes. I totally forgot who the characters were being played by.
Yeah.
Gaten Matarazzo and Tony Ravioli. So, Dustin and Flash Thompson. It was cute. I kind of hope they keep running with it, because if you don't remember the premise, they pull out the main brick that holds the universe together in the Lego Star Wars universe, and it totally rewrites it. Well, there's a massive fucking twist at the end revolving around that. And the story that goes through it is a brotherly, wow, I use brotherly twice, a brotherly love story. A brother story, brother. What you gonna do when the universe changes around you? It's fun. You know, it's pretty adorable. Like most of that Lego stuff, it's, how can you not enjoy it? Unless you don't like fun, Vinny. Whatever else is true.
Thinks it stinks. If it's good, it's good. That's my motto.
That's worth
If
it.
you have to say it's interesting and pause, trying to fill in time to say something nice, it stinks. Okay? George Clooney.
You stop it. You stop your George Clooney slander.
Well, I said, no, Dusk Till Dawn is his best movie. And you guys go, let me go look up his entire filmography.
Because he's been in a lot of shit.
Yeah, well, if you can't think of it off the top of your head, is it that good of a movie?
Yeah.
We did pull Oceans up.
Yeah. And then you were like, well, of course his best work you can't use because, like, stupid rules I made up.
No, A, it's a remake. B, it's an ensemble flick that, like, they just throw guys in there. It's not really that good. It's just, you're just...
Really is.
It
really is good.
And George Clooney just doing, we're slick guys and we rob people.
Here's one. You ever watch Burn After Reading?
Yes.
That's a great movie.
All right. What the fuck are we doing here, Joe? Are you just seriously...
No, that is a great George Clooney movie.
All right. You know what?
No, what?
It's just, I feel like...
You feel attacked, don't you? You feel attacked.
I feel attacked because I'm saying things and you guys are real-time fact-checking me. It sounds so familiar, and no one else is getting fact-checked. And it's just me versus the world right now. And it's like, I'm sitting here and I'm just trying to save the world and let them know George Clooney's best movie is Dusk Till Dawn, and you guys are letting me have my whole thing.
Kind of makes you hate Taylor Swift, doesn't it? Okay, we're not
I'm going to Smallville Fest with my dad and Perspany.
Perspany?
Perspany? Yeah, I'm going to meet Lex Luthor.
Michael Rosenbaum's a fucking mensch.
Yeah, I'm going to go up to him and say, look him dead in the eyes and say, Dad, you have no idea what I am capable of. And
His podcast is incredible, by the
we'll
way.
see what he says. I know, I watch the clips all the time.
Okay, so everyone prepared for the patented Mike Higgins movie review. Right? Everyone's strapped in.
Is it good?
Well, the movie is almost never what's important when I go to see a movie in the theater. It's the people around us that make a movie.
What the fuck did you go see that's out that was even worth it?
Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how was it?
Okay, well, we'll get there. This was one of the worst groups of people I ever saw a movie with. Tara was on my left, and the person to her direct left felt that purchasing a movie ticket and going into a theater was the perfect time to delete all your emails.
Oh. Wait. Hang on. Before you go any further with this.
Okay.
What is Tara's demeanor while these things are happening? Does she share your level of...
We're way too much alike in a lot of ways. Where we both get really annoyed at this stuff, but we can talk each other down because we don't want to make a scene. And eventually it just became like, what are you going to do? We're a bunch of fucking scumbags. Because they would talk occasionally on her left, but That was light mumbling compared to the fucking commentary happening on my right.
Oh.
Now, apparently Laverne and Shirley only get to go out once a year. Once a year they get to go out and experience something new. And this is the first time they've ever been in a fucking movie theater. The first time they've ever experienced moving pictures on a screen. Because every time anything vaguely interesting happened, it was like George Carlin doing fucking stand-up. They were guffawing. It's a borderline musical at times. They get into some musical numbers, much like the Deo scene, but a couple more of them.
Okay.
There's one scene involving someone left the cake out in the rain toward the end, and apparently it's the best comic timing ever. Everything that happens in it deserves you to roll in the fucking aisle. You double over while you're watching it. Well, I didn't. Tara didn't. Both of us, we would occasionally be like, that was funny. That's cute. That's clever. Not these two. Fucking Nelson laughing the entire time.
You know what? Maybe their first experience wasn't with moving pictures, Mike. Maybe it was their first experience with edibles.
Could have been. They might have been having a better time than usual. Chemically assisted. It got to the point, and it's weird, we didn't talk about it until we got in the car, and I think I should start recording hers and my conversations, because we basically do podcasts together. She's got fucking great comedic timing. We sat there and laid out the Laverne and Shirley life of these two, best friends together since they were young girls, and only get to experience something new once a year. But we both came to the same agreement that at a certain point it's like, you know what, they're enjoying themselves. They're not really, at this point, they're not talking. Because anytime any other thing would fucking happen, they would say something about it. One would start talking and the other one would go, shh, stop talking. Oh. And be the one that when an event occurred would just say a single word. Like, oh, that's Beetlejuice. Yeah, no fucking shit. His name's in the title. Oh, man. When it ended, I pulled out my phone instantly. I'm like, all right, no end credit. Let's get the fuck out of here. Because, there were a couple times where she shifted and turned to look at me, and I'm not sure if she was like, is one of us going to do something about this? But no, the look on her face was like, what the fuck? The first words when we got into the car is, I'm tired of humanity. And she completely agreed with me. But the movie was fun.
Okay.
It's tricky to make a sequel, obviously. It's really tricky to make a deep sequel. Let's not forget, this is 35 years later.
Mm-hmm.
But it works. Because it's very Tim Burton-y without being over-the-top Tim Burton. It really feels like a continuation of that movie, except there's been a huge time in between.
That's such a thing? There's such a thing as a not over-the-top Tim Burton?
That's a good...
Are you like Edward Scissorhands, Tim Burton?
No, come on, that is Burton at his Burtoniest. Everything is curly cues in that movie. Even his hair is curly cues. It's not. I can't see.
Like Big Fish?
I still haven't seen Big Fish. I hear there's some elements of it that are fantastical, but not.
It's pretty fucking over the top, Justin.
But not Tim Burton-y, right? Not
it's not.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a literal giant in that movie.
Yeah, no, but it's not like Tim Burton style.
I guess. There are scenes.
There's a few, but there's natural light in it.
Yeah.
So, my big question, I know it doesn't spoil anything with the actual story, but does it make sense that Adam and Barbara aren't in the house anymore?
Okay, I'll give you this one for free. Personally, it was the biggest letdown of the movie that they weren't there, and it was also the biggest letdown the way they describe it. Literally a sentence. They write them out with, we found a loophole and they got to move on.
That's stupid.
How great would it have been if they're not in the movie at all until the end of the third act and they pop up for a hot second to let Lydia know how proud they are or whatever.
Yeah,
Well, we just watched the first one the other day for date night, right?
Mm.
And their sentence was 125 years in that fucking house. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you couldn't get them, That was your only way out.
Like,
There was no bringing them in a third act. Like, they had to have been there the entire fucking movie.
But if you can write, we found a loophole, you can also write, something happened to them, we don't know what. You can have a plethora of, they're not here right now.
But hold on. Let's think about this in a wider... Let's cast a wider net on this. If they did that, how much more shit would there have been from the audience that they were around, they could have been around for the entire thing, but you bring them in for the end?
Yeah. Unless, because the story doesn't focus on them, so to have them be around and not do anything with them, I guess it would be nicer to have them pop in for a moment than to just be window dressing. Hell, you could say they stepped out of the door and got lost on Saturn.
They were vacationing on Saturn or something like that.
I appreciate them. If they're not going to be in the entire thing, just don't have them.
Yeah. It's the smarter move. It's just an unfortunate one. Yeah. And it wasn't handled as well as I'd like.
They could have de-aged them. Alec Baldwin's in shit right now, but you...
But, like, given the fact they're ghosts, you don't need to. I can't help but feel like these ghosts change over time sometimes. Like, I doubt Beetlejuice... Actually, Beetlejuice didn't look like that when he died. You actually get Beetlejuice's origin.
That's cool.
Very interesting.
Yeah. You heard about it?
I did it in an article.
That's right.
Anything new, I'm going to see via word.
Yeah.
And I did see a picture of him before he Beetlejuiced.
And he actually, he lays out his origin in the first movie. He survived the Black Plague.
Yes.
And yes, he was around during the Black Plague, and what he was doing is very Beetlejuicy. Yeah, the thing feels good. They sidestepped the whole Charles Dietz thing, the whole Jeffrey Jones thing, without sidestepping it. Like, he's in the movie. Charles Dietz is in the movie throughout, but it's not Jeffrey Jones. You see his face once.
Yeah.
They do a claymation thing telling what happened to him at the beginning. They claymate the fuck out of this movie.
Okay.
I'm a big fan.
It's a worthy sequel.
I've always been a big fan of claymation.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. Despite. I after we were out of there, we talked, and I was like, yeah, that would have been so much better. I would have really, really enjoyed it if it was just at home with a group of actual decent people. Fucking elderly. It's the elderly. They don't know how to act. Worth checking out, though. Whenever it comes to Max. And it may not be coming to Max anytime soon, because that was a packed house.
Okay.
It's done well. I don't know if it's done Deadpool Wolverine money.
100 mil.
100 mil?
100 mil. 100 mil was the opening.
Well, that's really strong.
And in order to get it made, he had dropped the budget down to 200. So he'll see.
No, the budget was 100.
Yeah. Didn't look like a $200 million movie. I would have been shocked.
No,
it's grossed worldwide right now 260 as of September 8th, 267. It made money. It's making money, actually. I'll say that it's making money. Everybody's quiet.
I'm double checking.
You don't trust him?
I don't, because that wasn't in the article.
That's what IMDb says.
When fact-checking meets nerdy articles.
Budget 100 million estimated. Gross U.S. Canada 190. Gross worldwide 267.
IMDb is fairly accurate with their budget estimations.
Way to get them,
111.
We'll bring them down a peg or two.
Okay, that's what I misunderstood. He had cut the budget $50 million from his original $150.
And leave it to Joe.
Yeah, money. Money's good.
Money.
Good for them.
Yeah.
So we will get Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
It's almost guaranteed at this point.
Okay.
Hopefully not another 35 years from now.
Please no.
I heard the ending is kind of fucky.
The ending is quick.
Weird, right?
Oh yeah, actually, they do a fucking creepy ass ending.
Uh-huh.
It's not like the first one where like, all right, Beetlejuice gets sent down and Maitlands get to live there and everything's everything and Lydia's grown up. No, it's it's fucking disturbing. Somebody post something?
Yeah, Kyle did. It's funny.
Yeah. That's funny.
All right, news time.
Yeah, I got none.
Oh, okay, shit.
Oh yeah, that one. That was really fucking funny.
Okay. Stephen Amell was on a wrestling podcast the other day. Yep, he was. He was on Chris Van Fleet's. And Chris had brought up the whole CW, Warner Brothers, DC Universe thing. Quote, okay, I'm just going to come right out and say this. There was just such, between the movies and Peacemaker a little bit, our show was kind of treated like shit. I get it. We're on the CW. I get it. It's TV. But I also get the fact that when people think about the most recent iteration of DC, they don't think about the Snyder Cut. They think about the Arrowverse. We got crapped on for years and years and years, and this just seemed excessive. I'm not actually mad, but I just remember hearing that and just being like, fuck those guys. Like, seriously, I'm up here. I'm working just as hard as anyone else. You know how hard it is to play a superhero with no superpowers for 23 episodes a year? It's really, really, really hard, and I'm not looking for a prize, but, like, maybe don't shit on our show.
Is the show good?
Yeah, Arrow's great. The whole Arrowverse was great.
I love that you introed it as a wrestling podcast and then gave like probably one of 3 quotes that weren't about wrestling on the whole.
Yeah. Yeah, I grabbed onto that because he makes a valid point. The Snyderverse was a flop.
He did go on to say, though, that he holds no ill feelings towards John Cena.
Right.
And if he blames anyone, he blames James Gunn.
Yes. But, like, yeah, the Arrowverse doesn't get enough love. I'll say it all the time. Grant Gustin's the best Flash they've ever had.
Yeah, but the final seasons sucked.
Did they suck worse than that fucking movie?
No, but they
up.
weren't as good as the most of that series.
No.
Like, it definitely...
But again, if we're holding it up against the Snyder shit, even those last 2 seasons, way better.
By the end of that show, I fucking hated Iris.
What,
I didn't like her to begin with.
What was the time travel show they did? Legends of Tomorrow?
Yeah, Legends is great.
See, I could never get into that one, and I really liked Arrow and Flash. And then when they started Legends of Tomorrow, I kind of just fell out of the whole Arrowverse altogether.
Legends was good for the first couple seasons, and then it kind of...
No, even the latter stuff was good. When they brought in Constantine after his show dropped off fucking NBC and stuff, so good. Batman is getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and Joe has questions about this.
I do, because I just watched another one of the more other recent Walk of Fame presentations, Mr. Obi-Wan Kenobi, and who's gonna be the one making the speech? Like, are they gonna bring all the living Batman?
Oh, that's a question. Do they focus on the names that the public knows, or do they go with a more comic based? Like, you could get Jim Lee out there, obviously.
It is Jim Lee.
Is Jim Lee doing it? That's pretty great. I would like a live action Batman to be there.
I'm sure Batman will be there, but I don't think they're going to have. I mean, Conroy would have been the go-to.
Well,
right?
yeah.
Oh, it's got to be Keaton.
It's got to be Keaton.
How great would it have been if they had gotten as many as they could, and Conroy and Keaton had gotten to shake hands?
Right.
Why not Christian Bale?
I'd love to see him there.
Sure.
I swear.
He wouldn't do it.
Get
Myrtle movie.
Ben Affleck over there. He's going through
No,
some shit.
no, he's not invited. He can watch from across the street like everybody else.
Get me some
I
Will
didn't see
Friedle.
that.
Little Terry
Batman?
McGinnis. Huh?
Friedle.
Ooh, maybe get George Clooney up in there.
Yeah.
I used to
Ackles.
be Batman.
Eccles is Batman.
Yeah.
Eccles will be Batman. I know this for a fact. He's in James Gunn's office right now, giving him sweet.
Actually, that would be
Friendship.
crazy if they
Friendship.
announce who that actually is playing the Batman in the movies at that.
Pretty perfect timing.
That would be
Good.
cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do
Would
you
be,
think, like a producer, Joe?
would be something.
Did you guys watch the Ewan McGregor Walk of Fame?
Just Hayden Christensen's.
Yeah, Hayden Christensen part.
I loved his interview. Like Ewan saying he wants to do more seasons of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Hayden's like, "I'm in."
You want, but does it merely make sense for the character?
There's, I don't know.
You
You
could
could get
tell
on the Maul thing.
Well, no, because they've already touched on that in Rebels. He doesn't see Maul again until he kills him in Rebels.
I do like a badass Clone Wars.
We could get that
One-off.
live action.
We've already seen it. It was done so perfectly on Rebels. You don't need to touch. Like I could watch an Obi-Wan show on Tatooine. They could figure out how to make a fun show, but it wouldn't be the same kind of show as that first special season thingy.
I want it to be a combination of Obi-Wan doing shadow puppets when he's bored, and then just fucking random chicks that he picks up at the Mos Eisley Cantina.
And then he shows them the shadow puppets.
They could get into.
Is it like Riggs and Lethal Weapon? Like Riggs and Lethal Weapon, where he picks up prostitutes not to have sex with them, but just to have fun.
Just watch the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Because he still
So
sticks
Obi-Wan
to his
does.
Jedi code. He can't fuck.
You know, Jedi can fuck.
Oh, that's right. They just can't have no feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta do it through a sheet with a hole in it.
So
Well,
I'll
like
play
David
producer
Perez.
again. Because it's not explained in the movies why he chose the name Ben.
It's just
And
random.
his brother?
They don't go into it in, the
Because
canon verse, so
he was drunk one night at the cantina and was just like looking around and something had Ben in it in Arabic, and he's like, Ben, Kenobi.
Dover. Ben Dover. I mean, Kenobi.
You know what? Fuck you.
that will, there'll be something, or have it open with Qui-Gon teaching him,
Or,
you
hear me out. Let's just not do any more fucking Star Wars shows.
No.
that
selective
won't
about it.
happen.
Let's not do it. Let's do a movie every once in a while and just, Hey, guess what? Bluey is the most watched show on U.S. streaming this year with over 35 billion minutes watched.
Good.
Trying to do that math in my head. They're like 7 minutes long, right?
Yeah,
7 to 10 minutes long.
it's a lot.
It's like 3 billion episodes watched.
Yeah. It's a lot.
3 to 4 billion. That's odd to say that I've contributed to that number.
No, it's not.
Everybody.
I'm a single man in his 40s with no children.
Hey,
It's odd for me to
it's
say
a
that.
good show.
It's not. Yes, Joe.
What We Do in the Shadows is getting its own version of Clue.
Ooh, I might have to buy that.
Yeah, I figured you would. That's why I brought it up.
Dead fucking game.
So yeah, that's the thing. Hey, did you hear the one about P. Diddy being arrested by the feds for sex trafficking? Did you hear this one?
No.
They finally got their hands on him, huh?
Oh yeah.
All over him.
Yep. Sean Diddy Combs, who was arrested Monday in Manhattan, has been indicted by a grand jury on charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution for alleged crimes dating all the way back to 2008. Someone was a bad boy.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Fucking
I'm
Diddy.
really struggling to remember any P. Diddy songs.
Well,
I'll be missing you. Probably his best one.
I don't know. He rhymes "pray for you" with "pray for you." He's fucking hack.
Listen, brother, that is the hip hop game.
oh, what about "Come with Me"? Didn't.
Godzilla? Oh, the
That
Godzilla.
song was
Yeah.
awful.
Well, not the original, at least.
No, but
Mace.
hated.
Those songs were always good.
All about the Benjamins.
Too.
More money, more problems.
Bad boys.
True. Mo money, mo problems. Mo convictions.
More money, more problems. All about the Benjamins.
Do you think he rolls over on Jay-Z? Think Jay-Z goes down this?
No.
I think I'll roll over on Drake.
Jay-Z? You think Jay-Z's going down? Oh, shit. Kendrick Lamar says, yeah.
Man. It's going to tarnish the legacy of Degrassi.
Well, I mean, tarnish the legacy of Degrassi?
Yeah.
Fucking Jimmy.
What's the legacy of Degrassi?
Degrassi's great, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's a great show.
Oh.
What?
Anyway,
All right.
John Cena's going to star in a movie about Matchbox cars. Did you see that? Have you seen this? Have you heard this?
No, I haven't. And I wasn't done.
Oh,
Are you doing that on purpose? Because I feel like I'm the only one hearing it.
doing one on purpose.
Have you seen this? Have you heard this?
No.
It's fucking killing me every time you do it.
Well, for the wonderful audience.
Going back to Venom 3 and Knull, the creators of Knull are like, hey, it was cool that we found out that our creations in this movie, when the trailer just dropped the other day, pay us our money. In cash.
Yeah. It's a bad track record for Marvel being like, hey, we own this thing.
Yeah.
Why need to pay some royalties? You're just a company. You're not a person making a thing. The people who make these things, you might owe some money to. Ask Ed Brubaker. He's still pissed off about the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. That's a shame. Brubaker's a good guy.
Oh, he's a real good guy. Can you tell I've been watching Letterkenny again?
What a boy.
Such a good show.
I got her hooked on it, bro. She had seen like 30 minutes. No, she'd seen 10 minutes of it before, and she's like, I really wasn't into it. You want to give it another try? 3 episodes in, she's already fucking quoting.
That's what I was going to say. How far into it did you get?
She did 8 seasons in 1 weekend.
Nice. Nice.
Former X-Men 97 showrunner and creator Beau DeMayo shared what he claims was the original plan for Wanda Maximoff in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. He says
This would have been a better movie.
He
It's been
says-
a much better movie.
that version of the film would have featured Wanda as a great hero rather than the film's greatest threat. At least she would have been until a shocking ending that saw her kill a beloved MCU character. The abandoned plotline is fascinating and tantalizing glimpse of what could have been. The question is whether or not DeMayo's account of the narrative is entirely true. Marvel Studios shockingly fired Beau DeMayo in March, right before X-Men 97 premiered on Disney+. Since then, the acrimony between the two sides has only increased. That doesn't mean DeMayo is lying about the original idea for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, though. It just means we can't take what he says about Scarlet Witch / Wanda Maximoff and Doctor Strange 2 as the absolute truth just yet. But a lot of what DeMayo says sounds very possible and fits with official reports that aren't in question. DeMayo took to social media to comment on a story from comicbookmovie.com about the scrap plans for the Doctor Strange sequel. The post covered something said by Twitter X user at MyTimeToShine. H, who wrote the concept art, teased a dramatically different story than what the MCU delivered. In the first version, Wanda, Maximoff, and Doctor Strange would have teamed up immediately to chase down the movie's main villain, instead of Scarlet Witch, it would have been Nightmare. Ultimately, though, they said Kevin Feige wanted to go in a totally different direction. While that claim about Scarlet Witch's story is unverified, it would explain a big change behind the camera that happened. The original film's director, Scott Derrickson, left the sequel in 2020. He cited creative differences and has since confirmed that's really what happened. Raimi eventually signed on to direct, instead with Loki writer Michael Waldron penning the script. In the final version of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Wanda Maximoff was the main antagonist from the start. But now DeMeo has added even more behind-the-scenes insights into the original plot of Doctor Strange 2 that flesh out the abandoned idea a whole lot more. It went to a very dark place. Here's what he says. Wanda was with Strange recovering after Westview, feeling bad about what she did. She helps him, Wong and Chavez, who she tutors, beat Nightmare across multiverse, where she also sees her variants happy with her kids. Still, Wanda resists, and she, not Chavez, helps Strange save the day against Nightmare. Turns out to be a Darkhold corrupted Strange variant. Also, she used her experiences in WandaVision to warn Chavez about abusing her power. Only after saving the day, unable to resist finding a multiverse where she can be with her kids, does Wanda, sobbing, break from Strange and accidentally beheads Wong, who tries to stop her from fleeing into the multiverse. That was the film's cliffhanger.
Pretty intense.
Mm-hmm.
But they saw how much people loved Wong, and then put him in She-Hulk.
Wongers.
Madison with a Y, two N's, but the Y isn't where you think it is.
I would totally watch it, like, just a one episode, just one-off of
Maddie
them
and
two.
Wong. Maddie and Wong. They ain't fit together, but they're Maddie and Wong.
Despite what my father says to me and Mike every time he sees us, Goonies 2 is not happening.
No, it really isn't.
No, it's not.
With legacy sequels, all the rage rumors have been floating around for years about a sequel to The Goonies. These rumors picked up steam this week when several online reports surfaced that The Goonies 2 was already greenlit. Then original The Goonies star Sean Astin added fuel to the fire when he posted a fake-ass poster that said Goonies are good enough. However, at least for now, we have to throw some cold water on those rumors. Via Variety, we've learned that 2 original cast members have now debunked these reports of a Goonies 2 sequel movie, and they are letting the fans know via social media. The first cast member to speak up was Martha Plimpton, who said the following on Instagram. People, there is no Goonies 2 script. There is no one attached. Spielberg is not directing. It's not real. What is real is check your registration and vote.
Shit, you know, political.
So there you go, guys.
Yeah.
Goonies 2.
Corey Feldman also said no.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
you
'cause
think we want this?
He's rocking sellout crowds of 20 for all his concerts that he does.
Don't you think we'd be the first people in line? Do
Yeah.
you think we want this to happen?
Come on, man.
Wait till it's verified.
The
Stop being the internet.
The Sims live-action movie from Margot Robbie is officially happening. And yes, a pool with no ladder will be involved.
Okay, which do you guys give less of a shit about, this or a Minecraft movie?
Yes.
Both.
Good.
And moving along quickly from that, Netflix has announced its Thrills and Chills lineup for Halloween horror program. Ming. Sector 36, inspired by true events, several children go missing from a slum in Sector 36. A determined police officer must now face off with a cunning serial killer as a chilling investigation and dark secrets unfold. The Gyeongsung Creature 2, set in 2024 Seoul, Season 2 uncovers the never-ending ties, the good and the bad, that fate weaves in Gyeongsung via Hojae, a man deceptively similar in looks and demeanor to Taesang, and Cheok, a survivor of the Gyeongsung Spring.
I'm so connected to that story.
Volume 5 of Unsolved Mysteries drops on October 2nd. October 3rd, The Bad Guys Haunted Heists. Apparently The Bad Guys was a pretty good animated movie. Haven't watched it.
Never watched it.
Did not give it any time. It looked kind of cheap.
But they've had, 2 other spin-off movies already? Like shorts?
I think so.
I think this is the third one.
There's a whole bad guy universe out there, and I have no clue about it.
Yeah, it's a very popular book series amongst the youngins.
Hmm.
It's What's Inside, the Platform 2. Outside, Mighty Monster Wheelies, The Shadow Strays, Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2.
I'm annoyed with myself. I completely lapsed on that fucking show before I quit Netflix.
Yeah, you were like big on that.
I was gung-ho, and I didn't even get through the second season.
Anna Kendrick's Woman of the Hour drops on October 18th. Stranger Than Fiction story of an aspiring actress in 1970s LA. I'm sorry, in 1970s LA.
LA.
And a serial killer in the midst of a years-long murder spree whose lives intersect when they cast on an episode of The Dating Game.
Oh, that true life story?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
On October 23rd, Family Pack. It's a werewolf thing.
Please tell me that's the subtitle.
It says Werewolves of Miller's Hollow, created by Philippe de Pailletti and Hervé Marley, and published by Asmodee Group. That's it. They give you no rundown for story. On October 25th, Don't Move.
The whole day I can't move?
Yeah, apparently. The Last Night at Tremor Beach. On October 25th, Time Cut. On October 31st, Murder Mindfully.
Murder most mindfully, man.
And releases to be determined. The Manhattan Alien Abduction. This is the true story behind one of ufology's greatest mysteries, which is still a source of controversy on social media and online forums, but few knew that a filmmaker was embedded at the heart of the Manhattan abduction and filmed it all. With access to hundreds of hours of never-before-seen footage, this is the real-life X-Files caught on camera. I don't even know about this story, so I'm going to have to look it up. Don't Come Home.
Fine.
Well,
And
shit.
that's that.
Too.
Netflix, that's a sad lineup for the Halloweens. And that brings us to food news.
Oh, yay!
All the time.
We still got another show, bitch. Gochujang flavored spam is dropping at Costco. So if
What the fuck?
if you like this,
Ew.
oh Jesus! All right, I'm so fucking angry about it. A bunch of holiday flavored ice creams are coming. Tillamook will have a holiday sugar cookie and a peppermint bark. Blue Bunny will have a peppermint stick, a frosted sugar cookie, and eggnog mini bunny cones. Over at Publix, you can get marshmallow candy cane and cookie blast, snickerdoodle, eggnog deep dish apple pie. Talenti has caramel apple pie gelato. Haagen-Dazs has peppermint bark, and Ben & Jerry's is bringing back Minter Wonderland.
Fuck. Oh, I'm gonna be like 800 pounds.
Any fans of Brownie Brittle out there? Brownie Brittle Blondies are coming. Caramel apple and pumpkin spice. Coffee Mate is releasing bagel and cream cheese flavored creamer.
Ew.
Yep.
Coffee and cream cheese flavored?
Yeah, bagel and cream cheese flavored creamer. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like I like coffee, and I like bagels. I don't like cream cheese, but I don't want to drink my bagel.
Isn't the point to have coffee with those things? Like, the flavors go together because they're separate?
Now you can have them all together, Michael.
No.
Ew,
no, I don't.
No.
Just in time for spooky times, Cheetos Bag of Bones is back in both white cheddar and cinnamon sugar variety.
Okay.
You can get a 110-piece Hershey's miniature bucket or a 120-piece Hershey's mini coffin at participating stores. Anybody else here a big fan of the Candy Crunch Good Humor Bar from back in the day? Love those,
Dude,
right?
I love the chocolate candy crunch.
Yeah, they got discontinued like years ago. But they're coming back.
Ooh.
And they're going to have a chocolate hazelnut core.
I'm there.
Yeah. A Nutella
there.
core. Yeah. Cajun Spice Kettle Cooked Lay's coming soon. For your ho holidays, Joe, you're going to want to sit down for this one.
That was horrible.
Pop-Tarts Marshmallow Hot Cocoa. And Hot Cocoa Life Cereal.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I fucking love Life Cereal.
I might have to try that.
Yeah. Also, Reese's Sugar Cookie Big Cup is coming. That's your big-ass peanut butter cup stuffed with pieces of sugar cookie.
I'm intrigued on that, too.
And Twizzlers has a Mary Berry Punch for Christmas.
Okay.
It is green. And Philadelphia Cream Cheese is releasing cream cheese frosting, available in October.
Well, that's taken a very long time for that to actually happen.
And I don't know about this. I think M&M's is just getting fucking lazy with their flavors, but the new holiday flavor this year is Toasty Holiday Peanut. But they already have peanut.
I gotta be honest, that's pretty fucking hilarious to me.
What's the...
They're toasty, I guess. I don't fucking know.
They're roasted then, I guess. Yeah, right?
Alright, they're roasted to begin with.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
No, yeah, peanuts are already roasted. Yeah. That does not make any sense.
No.
I love it. So dumb, how can I not love it? Hate these idiots for everything they got.
These idiots. As if Kyle's not going to buy a bag of them.
No, I'm gonna buy the regular fucking peanut ones.
I'm with you.
And there you go. That's all the food news.
So, speaking of food news, I've seen them, but I've refused to try them. Does anybody try the Coca-Cola flavored Oreos or the Oreo flavored Coca-Cola?
So we passed by both today in the store, and Ashley's like, I don't know which one I don't want to try first.
Yeah.
I said, I think given the choice between the two, I'd rather take a sip of the Oreo flavored Coca-Cola.
I
Making
think-
it a Slurpee too, by the way.
I think
Yeah.
given the choice between the two, I'd take the seasick crocodile.
Yes.
All right. Nerds douche.
None for me. Nobody did anything worthwhile in my eyes, or horrendous.
I got nothing.
Damn it, world.
I had something, but I completely forgot it.
Alright, let's not beat this already dead horse. Landing time.
Alright, as always, if you like what you hear, you can like us on Facebook.com/nerdities, follow us on Twitter @nerdities, email us at nerdities@gmail.com, and check out nerdities.com.
While you're there, fuck you. Also, fuck you again. Go to tpublic.com, get your nerdities crap while you can, because we're probably pulling our shit very soon. Also, sinfulcreationsbyjustin.com. Kyle, you heard Kyle. Things are delicious. Order them. I do not ship sandwich platters nationwide, unfortunately, but you can get all the sweet treats sent to, like, wherever the fuck you want. And Joe.
Like I said, on youtube.com/nerdies. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell when new content is coming, because if you haven't watched it already, the first season of Nerdy ETs is available in its entirety right now on YouTube, and season 2 will be coming. And Justin has a pizza on his nipple, but okay. We also have in the works, we have a Halloween special, we have a Christmas special, we have the final installment of the Joe trilogy titled Justice League. We also have a feature film in the works. You know you want to see your name in lights out there. You want to be a producer. So, you want to be a producer and give us a budget, we'll say, hey, yes. Remember, if you're plugging something, we'll croon, we'll spoon, we'll talk about your business and our product. Give us money.
All right, that's everything. Yes, good. I could be a piece of Nerdist Crew idiotic and poorly put up, but don't worry, next week will be far more insulting. That's where we say bye.
Because of the end of civilization, the Clamp Cable Network now leaves the air. We hope you have enjoyed our programming, but more importantly, we hope you have enjoyed life.